Hey guys, me Allie. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a beautiful start to your day. I'm here today with another 4th of July DIY video. In my previous 4th of July DIY video, I showed you a bunch of different treats that you can make for the holiday. And in today's video, I'm going to show you a bunch of different home decor pieces that you can make that are extremely inexpensive and very, very easy to make. All these are inspired by Pinterest and I had a lot of fun making them. I think my favorite one is this banner that you can see right over my fireplace. It came out amazing and it cost me $1.42 to make, so you really cannot go wrong. If you have any other questions or concerns about these crafts, just ask them in the comments below, and without further ado, we're going to move right into this video. So for this first 4th of July DIY, you're going to need 10 paint sticks, and you can go to Home Depot and get these free of charge. You want to paint 4 of the sticks red and 3 of the sticks white. Leave the remaining 3 sticks just how they are. You're going to use those as the backing. Once your paint sticks have completely dried, you want to take a red stick, a white stick, and another red stick, stack them together side by side, then take some painter's tape, place it down just a little less than halfway. Then you want to take some blue paint and just paint all the way over the left side of your painter's tape. Remove the painter's tape and then allow this section to dry as well. Once all the sticks have completely dried, you are ready to assemble. I just took the remaining 3 paint sticks and I just broke off about 2 inches on the bottom. Be very careful with this because it is wood and you don't want to get any in your eye. So then I just started stacking mine up so it looked like a flag, and I'm just hot gluing each of the paint sticks down onto the painted paint sticks. And the final steps for completing this DIY American flag is to hot glue some white buttons down onto the blue section to act as the stars. And lastly, you want to hot glue some string onto the back of this American flag so you can hang it up around your house. And this is what the final craft looks like. I am obsessed with it. I think it is absolutely beautiful. The colors look so nice together. This was ridiculously cheap to make. It was actually free for me because I already had all the materials at home, and the paint sticks, like I mentioned, were free and so easy to make. So I hope you guys get a chance to make this before the 4th of July. This red, white, and blue floral headband only cost $3 to make. I got the headbands at Joann's for about $1, and then I got this red, white, and blue flower bouquet for $2 at Joann's. You want to start by ripping the flowers off of the stems, and then you just want to take the tip, cut the tip off, turn a flower over, put some hot glue on it, and just hot glue it right onto the headband, and it's really as simple as that. This one was so easy to make, looks absolutely awesome when it is done. It's very exaggerated because the flowers are so big. I like that look. If you don't like the really large flower look on your headband, you can always use smaller flowers. This is what it looks like when it is complete. Again, mine is a little exaggerated. I like that big floral look, but if you do not like these really large headbands, you can always use smaller flowers. I think it looks so good. Again, it only cost $3 to make. It was so easy. It's literally just putting hot glue onto a flower and putting that flower onto a headband. So easy, so cheap, and so beautiful. Now onto my favorite DIY craft of this video, the hanging banner that I put over my fireplace, but you could always put this over your bed or wherever you would like to place it in your house. I went to Joann's Fabric and I bought an assortment of different patriotic fabrics. Right now all the patriotic fabric is 50% off, and I bought 1/8 of a yard of each of the pieces, and they were about 15 cents to 25 cents per piece. Once you have your fabric, you want to cut them all into tiny little triangles. I made 4 triangles out of each piece of the fabric that I bought, and then you just want to sort them all out and just ask yourself which pieces you want to use for your hanging banner. Now to assemble, all you need is a long piece of string or a long piece of yarn. You want to take each of the triangular pieces of fabric, you want to put some hot glue on the very top and just fold it over so that the fabric is touching the fabric and you are enclosing that string right in the middle. This is what my completed hanging banner looks like. I am in love with it. So cheap to make. I layered mine, as you can tell. I put 3 or 4 of the triangular pieces on top of each other to get a really nice layered look. This is so beautiful and so patriotic and absolutely perfect for the summer. To make these Mod Podge yarn balls, you're going to start off by blowing up a balloon into a sphere shape. Then you want to take some Mod Podge, mix it with a little bit of water. Then I took about a yard of string or yarn, and then I just placed it all into the Mod Podge, and then I started wrapping it around my balloon. Be very gentle with this. I noticed that if I was wrapping it too tightly, it kept slipping right off. So the lighter I went with this and the more gentle I was, the better it came out. Then I just repeated the steps with 2 more yards of string until I got a really full sphere-like shape. When you're happy with your shape, you just want to hang these up to dry overnight. I just took a paper clip, jammed it through the top of the balloon, and then I hung it up on a piece of string in my garage so that in case the Mod Podge dripped, it would just drip into my garage and I wouldn't really care too much about it. And again, you want to just let this dry overnight until the Mod Podge and the actual yarn becomes extremely hard. This is what my red, white, and blue yarn balls look like the next day. They were completely hardened. Now the last thing you want to do is take a pointy object and pop that balloon inside. This might take a couple of tries, but you want to just keep pushing at the balloon until it is completely separate from your actual Mod Podge yarn balls. To remove the actual balloon, you can use a pair of tweezers. I actually just used my fingers and I took a pair of scissors, cut the balloon in half, and just ripped the balloon out. And this is what the final product looks like. I have to say I'm very impressed. This was the hardest craft out of all the ones in this video. Still pretty easy, but the hardest one out of all the crafts that I did. I just placed these on my shelves. I'm trying to redo my shelves right now, and I'm trying to add some more home decor pieces, and this was the perfect addition. Now I've seen a lot of people hang these on strings and put these over their bed. I've seen them put them in vases. You can do whatever you like with them, but they just add a really nice touch to any room. The colors are gorgeous, and again, perfect for the summer. To make this United States button canvas, you're going to need a canvas, and I always try to get mine when they are a sale at Michael's, when they have like a buy one get one free. You're also going to need a silhouette of the United States, and I just printed this right offline on the internet. Then you want to cut it out, place it on top of your canvas, and take a pen or a pencil. I would suggest using a pencil so you can erase if you make a mistake. I of course am using a pen in this one, and just trace it over the canvas. Then you want to get an assortment of red, white, and blue buttons, and you just want to place them around the perimeter of the outline that you just drew. And the final step is just to hot glue all of those buttons right down onto the canvas. This is what my final button canvas looks like. I want to say this cost about $5. I got the canvas for about $6 for 2 of them, so technically it was only $3 per canvas. I had all the buttons at my house already and the hot glue, and I just printed the silhouette out on a printer. Super cheap. I have this hanging up in my bathroom, so every time I walk by, it just makes me feel really happy inside. I love the colors, and I love how simplistic this is. Very, very simple design, yet absolutely gorgeous. This next craft also cost under $5 to make. All I had to do was buy the mason jars. If you are a person who likes to do arts and crafts projects like myself, you probably have most of these supplies at your house already. Now all you want to do is take your mason jars, paint one of the mason jars completely blue, and paint 2 of the mason jars completely white. It took me about 3 layers of paint to make them nice and opaque. Next you want to take some painter's tape. I cut it in half so I got about inch strips, and you want to just start laying the stripes all over the white mason jars, and I just push them down and press the stripes down down really hard so that none of the red paint would get through. Once you've stuck all of your painter's tape down onto your white mason jar, you just want to take some red paint and paint over the white sections on your mason jar and then leave this out to dry. While the red paint was drying, I started working on the stars of my blue mason jar. I didn't have any stars, but I actually like the way that these white buttons looked instead, so I just hot glued on some white buttons onto my blue mason jar. And once my red paint was completely dried, I started ripping off the painter's tape. And as you can tell here, some of that white paint is coming off, but it actually gave my mason jars a nice distressed, rustic, vintage look, so absolutely no complaining here. And this is what the final product looks like when it is complete. I really enjoy the way that they came out. I think they add a perfect addition to my office, and if you follow me on Instagram, I'm sure you see all of my pink mason jars all the time, so I finally swapped those out. I put those on my shelves now, and now I have some red, white, and blue stars and stripe mason jars for my office desk. And that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all of your support. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys!